It's a big-boned world after all. Plus-size bloggers are working overtime to let Disney Parks guests know which rides are great and which ones are a no-go for XL adventurers. There's just one question. Is it encouraging poor health habits at the happiest place on Earth? Hello, folks. Welcome back to That Park Place, the channel that brings you all the news that should be fun. And folks, winning and grinning is all that we do. We do it with you. Click that like button. I'm joined by Vash Sky and Jonas J. Campbell. And folks, we are not here to stigmatize or to laugh or to be jolly at those who are of a greater girth out there. We want to be very clear about that. If you came into this video thinking it's going to be a mock fest, think again. Instead, we're going to take a very humorous story and add, I think, a mature spin to it. Gentlemen, how are you today?
I'm doing well, although I gotta say I did get my breakfast a little late today.
I am doing just fine. I'm in an alternative location, but hopefully everything stays fine.
Now, folks, as we dive into this, just remember, when you go to Disney parks, they want you to eat lots of good stuff. It's all about the cupcakes. It's all about the bear claws. It's all about the sugary treats. The Dole Whips are not excluded. And I also have to say, listen, we all have to watch our figures. We all have to watch our weight and be careful with the calories. I get it. And you go to Disney to let off some steam and have some fun. And for at least a little while, forget what it is that you're eating. Just enjoy. Now, this article out of People says plus-size park hoppers say brutal backlash over their experiences at Disney theme parks won't stop them. It's an article, gentlemen, that talks about it's a new source of info for people to go to and find out if they'll fit on attractions and rides in theaters, etc. And it has to do with people who are of a larger size. And for some people, that's something that needs addressing in their own lives. And for other people, it's something that just came naturally. There are some of us who are genetically predisposed to either be wider or taller or both, and that's okay. And nobody should be made fun of, none of that. But I am curious what you guys think about the idea of, a new community arising, and that being based around body size. I think this actually, guys, this may shock you. I think it might actually be a great resource. I can think of people in families who don't want to be in embarrassing situations, or they're just naturally large. They're just big people. And, the linebackers of the world don't want to wait for an hour or whatever, get a surprise and be told you don't fit on this thing. I can see that being a problem.
Well, yeah, that would be, you have families wanting to do these for, very long periods at a time. They'll be building up, they'll maybe even be saving money in order to do something like a Disney vacation. Now, that being said, I'll point out, I'm a larger person. I'm above 6 feet.
You're way above 6 feet, Chief.
Well, I'm a giant. I played Hagrid. I was Hagrid's body double. Anyways, I've never had a weight rejection on a Disney ride. I have over there at Universal. I almost got onto a ride, and then I was told, hey, well, check the tester seat, and then I got back. I positioned myself in a better way and was able to do the ride. But that being said, this is something where it's in the realm of needing to be aware of what's going on for me. But that being said, as long as people are saying, yeah, I'm on the bigger side, I need to be aware of these things, as opposed to, I identify as a plus size park hopper.
Right.
As long as they're not starting to turn that into, well, I have an identity as this, therefore I'm going to get 3 Dole Whips today.
Right. And that's the issue, Jonas. This could go either way. So I have no problem whatsoever. I think it's a fantastic bit of information if people are supplied with, hey, this is a ride that does not, it's not conducive to people of a larger size. Totally fine with me. I think that's a great resource. Where I might take some umbrage is if it turns into a community of larger people celebrating being overweight, because I don't think that being overweight is something to be celebrated. It's also not something that we denigrate anybody about. We shouldn't do that. Some of our dearest friends and loved ones are overweight, and we all know if we eat too much, here we go again. And some people have some other health issues that cause that. But I don't want to see a situation where we create a community of folks, getting on little carts and riding around and eating tons of food and thinking that's something that should be celebrated. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. You can disagree with me. That is fine. However, I would not be the kind of person to encourage us encouraging unhealthiness. And I think that's, geez Louise, who would want somebody to suffer back pain and knee pain and all that and all the things that come along with being overweight? We all know that it's a marker of significant trouble. That said, there are people who are overweight, and if it's a resource, great. If it's more than a resource, if it's a celebration, that's where I draw the line. Vash, does that make sense?
I think it does. I think I'm not very much in favor of encouraging, I don't know, habits or so. I don't know how you really want to frame that. That would maybe endanger your health. I think we can all kind of agree with that, a general broad statement.
All right. I'm canceling the video we were going to do, Jonas, where Vash was going to eat 12 turkey legs in a row in Frontierland. I am officially going to cancel
we were going to send him to Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay to check out the all-day dining plan and to see how many times he could swipe that card for the all-day dining plan. So.
And who can forget when we thought about doing that video where we sent Vash to every single all-you-can-eat buffet at Disney in a single day to break a record that nobody knew about? That's gone too now.
In the end, they closed him off into the savannah at the after he got done at Boma.
Go ahead, Vash. Go ahead.
I joined the creatures of animal.
We hijacked you. Go ahead with your deep thoughts.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Look, I anything that encourages behavior that's unbecoming. I don't know. I do have issues with that, of course, but there has been a community for a while surrounding, whether or not you can access attractions or not. I know Epic Universe, actually, I believe we covered this, Jonas, on that Park Place before, about how we were really concerned going into Epic Universe, how plus size friendly it would actually be. Fortunately, it actually was very plus size friendly. Universal Creative actually put an emphasis on that in order to make every single one of those rides accessible. Good for them. But there have been communities actually built out for disabled individuals. In that case, that could actually be an amazing resource, like you were alluding to before, on whether or not you can actually ride certain attractions based on your ability or disability. So
you bet.
I do see the positive in this, but also too, the body positivity movement. I can understand where people could take umbrage with that aspect of it.
That's right. And it's all about motivation. You put me next to Schwarzenegger and I'll suddenly go from feeling like, hey, I'm doing all right in life to saying, well, there's a 70-year-old guy who could absolutely destroy me. We all make comparisons to one another. And it's part of this, folks, is find a way to be kind in every single circumstance. We have a close friend here on the channel it's a close friend who is in association with us, who has said in the past that they're going to do everything they can to lose some weight so they can ride some of the rides they love. And it's not like we sit there and make fun of that person. No, we celebrate because we love that person, because we see the divine worth in every single person. We want you to be happy, healthy, and whole. If there's an app or a resource out there that helps you avoid some embarrassment or an undesirable situation, then that's great. But folks, don't ever let yourself be tricked into thinking that, well, I'm going to take on the things that are weaknesses and turn those into celebratory identities for myself. No, you've got this. Lose a little every single day, gain a little strength every day, and every single one of us can make some improvements in life. None of us is perfect.
And I will also point out at thatparkplace.com. Yes, well, I'm festively plump. Anyways, thatparkplace.com, it does make a point to try to cover this issue when we can. Universal actually adds photographs of their test seats, and they make it very clear where those test seats are. I'm trying to think of some of the other things that we've covered in the past as far as this. Ooh. So we do try to make a point to cover this in the modern age. Unfortunately, it is something you have to cover. Also, the fact that Universal is modifying their seats on certain rides in order to make it so bigger people can get on them. So
yeah.
And one more note, folks. Go ahead, Vash.
No, it's a huge point, and it's a huge emphasis actually on the designers of attractions going forward, because they've heard the backlash, they've heard the kind of the Avatars and the Harry Potters and so forth. So they are making design changes, but it is very difficult to make a immersive next gen experience, let's say, with a 3D That's good for people that are, 40 pounds to 400 pounds. It's very difficult to get that. And, there have been strives, but c'est la vie.
Right. And we'll say this, folks, as we get ready to wrap up. It does matter being healthy. Try to be a little healthier tomorrow than you were today. And that's a lesson that all of us can learn. But that said, it's way, way more important who you are on the inside. It matters what you do and how kind you are, how you position yourself in this world. Go out there and be great and groovy as a person, and then also as healthy as you can be. All right, folks, that's the video for That Park Place today. Thank you for stopping on by. Like, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts and be kind. Don't be mean, no matter if it's you or someone else that you're speaking to. Be kind to yourself. Until the next time, folks, it's all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.